In tropical Kuala Lumpur, where a team is building the enormous Merdeka Tower, the temperature is a humid 80+ degrees all year round. So keeping the building cool will be a huge job.
You don't want to see AC units hanging off the outside of the building. You know, this is a smart building. This is a modern building, shall we say.
This gargantuan network of pipes is part of a monster cooling system designed to combat Malaysia's tropical temperatures. The operation to cool the tower begins deep underground. First, diggers excavate a giant water tank, big enough to fill 14 Olympic swimming pools. Beneath the building, giant chiller units will cool the water down to 40 degrees. 9 enormous 100-kilowatt motors spin pumps that force the cold water up the tower, where it cools air on each floor. Higher up the tower, extra pumps keep the cold water moving all the way to the top. This vast network will circulate 10,000 gallons of water every minute to keep the tower cool despite the tropical heat. For Abbas's installation crew, squeezing the cooling system's machinery into an increasingly crowded basement is no simple task.
Not only chilled water pipe, there's a cable tray, there is a firefighting pipe, so all maybe cross at the same area. So before they do any installation, they have to coordinate it well.
Today, the crew is installing the last of the 9 giant motors that sit on top of each water pump. These drive the entire cooling system.
It's difficult because it's quite big. As you can see, the space is quite small.
They lift the 5,500-pound motor and gently rotate it to the correct angle. The motor is a precise piece of engineering, and the crew can't afford to get any bumps or scrapes on it as they begin the installation. But they soon run into trouble. The forklift can't lift the motor high enough to put it into place. The crew needs to install the motor today to stay on schedule. They have no option but to remove an overhead cable tray to make more headroom for the forklift.
It's a surprising element. Okay, that's why we must work quite careful and slowly.
With the extra space, the crew takes a second shot. The forklift creeps forward with millimeters to spare. The motor finally touches down, and the giant cooling system is complete.
Sometimes the things don't go too smoothly. Okay? Sometimes we have some problem.
Of course, there is a lot of surprises during the construction. Cannot be 100%, but we try to make it 99%, 99.9.